I walk through the iron doors of Norges musikkhøgskole Oslo, and the heavy silence greets me like a cold hand. I am a young girl from a former Soviet land, my heart full of high hopes and my mind sharpened by many books. I expect a place of music to shelter my talent, to polish my skill, to give me guidance. Instead, I find a maze of broken promises and fragile walls. The administration sits behind polished desks, yet they are deaf to the cries of the students. When I ask for a schedule change, the reply is a flat cannot that hangs in the air. This is bad because it leaves me without direction, it creates anxiety, and it shows a lack of care. When a problem is reported, the staff disappear like ghosts, leaving the issue unresolved. This unresponsiveness steals my confidence and makes every day feel like a battle with invisible foes. The modern facilities are advertised as shining and new, but the lights flicker, the sound boards crackle, and the piano keys stick. A broken microphone in the rehearsal hall means my voice cannot be heard, and a faulty air conditioner makes the room too hot to concentrate. When the tools of art fail, practice becomes impossible, and the joy of learning turns to frustration. The practice rooms are often locked or in disrepair, doors jam, walls leak, and the acoustic panels are cracked. A musician cannot practice in a room that smells of damp and feels like a condemned cellar. This poor condition robs me of precious time and forces me to waste hours searching for another space that may not exist. Professors appear to favor a select few. When I sit in the front row, they smile and nod, but when I stand at the back, they glance away and speak in whispers. Favoritism is harmful because it creates a hierarchy that values connections over true talent. It silences honest effort and makes the classroom feel like a court where only the privileged are heard. The curriculum feels locked in the past, filled with theory that rarely meets the real world. No classes on digital production, no training for online performance, no lessons on how to market oneself. This outdated approach leaves me unprepared for the career that awaits beyond the walls, and it deepens the feeling that the institution does not understand the modern music industry. The student body is a battlefield of competition and cattiness. Words are thrown like daggers, alliances are formed, and loneliness spreads. A toxic atmosphere erodes trust and makes collaboration impossible. When peers cannot support each other, the whole community suffers and the spirit of collective art dies. Housing offered by the school is overpriced and falls apart. The walls are thin, the windows leak, the heating sputters, and the rent takes a large part of my modest stipend. Poor living conditions drain energy and add financial stress, making study even harder. Communication from the school is a nightmare. Important emails arrive late or not at all, deadlines are missed, and events are announced with vague messages. When information is unreliable, students cannot plan, they miss opportunities, and they feel abandoned. Career services promise guidance but deliver a joke. The counselors offer generic advice that does not fit a musician, and the list of contacts is outdated. This lack of support means I am left to navigate a complex industry alone, increasing the risk of failure and despair. The concert hall, meant to be a temple of sound, is an echo chamber of disappointment. The acoustics are flat, the reverberation is uneven, and the seats vibrate with unwanted noise. A poor acoustic environment prevents the audience from hearing the subtlety of performance and robs the artist of true expression. It makes every concert feel like a forced performance in a broken shell. Grading feels arbitrary. Scores are given without clear criteria, and the same piece receives different marks from different teachers. When assessment lacks fairness, motivation wanes, and the sense of achievement
is replaced by confusion and anger. All these failures cascade like a river of ruin. The broken administration leaves me without help, which makes the broken facilities even more daunting. The broken facilities waste my time, which the unfair grading then discards. The toxic peers add isolation, while the poor housing drains my spirit. Each problem feeds the next, creating...
I was looking into crimes near Norges musikkhøgskole Oslo. Just walking around Frogner with my cheap earphones. And the shops here, they smile like angels, but the card machines sometimes eat your money alive. First place, this tiny grocery 2 streets down from the school gate. They are like super friendly. They even say have a nice day while they swipe your card twice. Tourist girl from Italy bought 1 soda. The guy held the terminal under the counter, beeped once for the drink, once for 500 krona extra. She probably felt the buzz in her pocket, saw the big charge later, started crying in her hostel because that was her concert ticket money. I predict she called the bank, Bank said investigation takes weeks, so she missed the opera performance she came for, flew home early, heartbroken. The shop dude probably just split the stolen cash with his cousin. Nobody caught him, business still open, still smiling. Next, the souvenir kiosk right by the tram stop everyone uses to reach Norges musikkhøgskole Oslo. They are like glittery magnets and Viking mugs heaven. But the worker swaps your banknotes and says, "Sorry, this is torn. Do you have bigger?" while slipping 100 under the drawer. American couple, only 2 days in town, lost $60 like that. I bet they walked away confused, counted again on the tram, felt sick, argued the whole evening, probably posted angry reviews that no one reads. The worker most likely bought pizza with the profit that night, boss never checks. Tourists leave country, story over. Then the second-hand vintage clothes store, smells like grandma's closet, super close to Norges musikkhøgskole Oslo. They are like we ship your bags to hotel free. Tourist hands card for a 700 krona leather jacket, cashier secretly adds 3 zeros, makes it 7,000. British boy, 17, thought the machine was in pesos, typed PIN, boom, rent money gone. I guess he discovered it at the hotel, panicked, called Mum. Mum shouted through the phone. He spent rest of trip eating plain bread. Probably will distrust thrift shops forever. Store owner probably laughed, called it a system glitch, bank sides with store because receipt exists. Boy goes home defeated. Last one, the cozy coffee bar facing the park where students from Norges musikkhøgskole Oslo eat lunch. They are like tap your phone, so quick. Barista uses her own phone on top, double taps, charges you twice, once for coffee, once for her private app. Korean tourist noticed 2 same amounts, asked. Barista said bank mistake, it will refund, but it never does. I imagine he fought with his friend about budgeting, missed the fjord tour to save money, flew back still angry. Barista probably used the extra cash for concert tickets for herself. No manager checks. Tourists keep coming, cycle spins again.
Ladies and gentlemen, gather round as we embark on a written tour through the commercial landscape surrounding the esteemed Norges musikkhøgskole in Oslo. Picture this a bustling area, rich with cultural promise, yet marred by the shadows of less than satisfactory business practices. It's a curious mix, where the tunes of budding musicians are drowned out by the collective groans of disgruntled patrons. Let's start with the Colosseum Center, a place that seems to have missed the mark on multiple fronts. Imagine a shopping experience akin to navigating a labyrinth designed by the mythical Minotaur, only instead of a beast, you're met with exorbitant parking fees that seem to materialize out of thin air. The toilets, less a place of refuge and more a gallery of modern art, with an interactive component that's best left undiscovered. The service, well, let's just say if warmth and hospitality were currency, this mall would be in a financial crisis. Now cast your gaze upon Deki Norway AS, a spa that promises tranquility but often delivers a symphony of background noise, complete with the soothing sounds of construction work and hushed gossip. It's a place where the air conditioning seems to be on strike, and the masseurs might just be practicing for the Olympics of uncoordinated movements. The shiatsu massage there is, in the words of one patron, less shiatsu and more sheer don't. As we stroll over to Blah, a nightlife venue that could easily be mistaken for a stage production of The Bouncer's Dilemma. Here, the velvet rope seems to have a mind of its own, often entwined with the whims of bouncers who could give Lady Justice a run for her money in the blindfolded decision-making department. The experience is as unpredictable as a game of roulette. Only the stakes are your evening plans and perhaps your dignity. Lastly, we find ourselves at Himkok Storgata Distillery, a place where the cocktails flow as freely as the patron's confusion. This establishment has mastered the art of anticipation, offering you a front row seat to watch your fellow bargoers imbibe while you wait, and wait, and wait some more. The cocktails, when they finally grace your presence, arrive with the enthusiasm of a prepackaged vacation meal, pre-mixed, pre-mediocre, and pre-disappointing. In this corner of Oslo, it seems that perfection is as elusive as a silent night in a dormitory for musical prodigies. The businesses here wear their imperfections like a badge of honor, a testament to the unpredictable nature of urban life. As a sensitive soul and a guardian of the financially prudent, my heart aches for the unsuspecting traveler lured into these establishments under false pretenses. So dear travelers, let this be your guide. Approach with caution, carry loose change for unexpected parking fees, and brace yourself for an adventure in customer service. Remember, in this part of town, even the most mundane outing can turn into a story worth telling, though perhaps not one you'd wish to experience firsthand. In conclusion, the businesses near Norges musikkhøgskole Oslo are a motley crew, each with its own quirks and idiosyncrasies. They are, in their